Hello, hello, everyone. My name is Adriana, and I come to you from Black Travelers International. And today we're going to be discussing our 2027 trip to Senegal. Let's hop right on in. A little bit about Black Travelers International. If you're new to us, we are a woman-owned, minority-owned company specializing in group travel. Founded in 2021, we are headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. And since then, we've been in over 25 destinations all over the globe. We are also licensed and insured. A little bit about Senegal, West Africa. Senegal, a gateway to the rich culture and history of West Africa, it offers a profound connection to the motherland. From the historic Gorée Island, a poignant reminder of the transatlantic slave trade, to the vibrant streets of Dakar, alive with art, music, and market energy, Senegal is a place of deep heritage and healing. This journey invites you to walk through history while embracing the dynamic energy of the present. With its stunning landscapes, wildlife at the Fatala Reserve, and rich cultural offerings, Senegal is the perfect place to reconnect, reflect, and experience the beauty of Black sisterhood and culture in the lap of luxury. So, why Senegal? Senegal gives you the cultural reconnection, ancestral connection, sisterhood and reflection, as well as luxury and safety. We will be visiting Senegal March 31st of 2027 to April 7th of 2027. Our accommodations include an 8-day luxurious hotel accommodations in Senegal that includes 5 nights at the Pullman, Dakar, Taranga, or similar, and 2 nights at the Movenpick Resort in Leamington and Sally, or similar. Some of our highlights for this tour includes a tour of Gorée Island, the door of no return, and there you'll be able to reflect on the House of Slaves, garden terraces, and you'll be able to stand on Sacred Island where memory lives. We'll also take a tour, a guided city tour of Dakar, where we'll explore markets, museums, and local art, perfect for Black travelers in Senegal. We'll be able to immerse in the history of Dakar, where we'll visit the Museum of Black Civilization, the African Renaissance Monument, and the historic neighborhoods where art, resistance, and community pulse. You'll also get free moments to breathe, where you'll be able to journal in cafes, explore Dakar's shoreline, and you'll be able to find space to land, soften, and glow. This tour does include daily breakfast, 2 lunches, and 3 dinners. We'll be visiting the Salt Shore and Sunrise beaches, where we'll be able to walk along the coastline and feel the Atlantic breezes. We'll do a safari at the Bendia Reserve, where we'll see zebras, giraffes, rhinos, and other wildlife and open landscapes just outside of Dakar. We do have an optional excursion, which includes a visit to the Fatala Lion Reserve, where you'll be able to walk with lions at sunrise, which is absolutely beautiful of an experience. Connect with conservation stories and touch soft fur in safe spaces. So this is where you're really going to connect with wildlife during this optional add-on. It is an additional cost, so it's not included. It's not an excursion that's included in our package, but it is an optional add-on. We'll, of course, be visiting the markets in Dakar, and we'll be able to connect with some of the local vendors and support local entrepreneurs. We'll have all of our tours that include an English-speaking guide to make our experience as seamless as possible. And all of our tours do include transportation with an air-conditioned vehicle. We do have a tentative itinerary. We do say tentative because dates, times, or specific activities could be shifted during the duration of the trip. But what you see here is are the activities that we will be doing. So, for example, on day one, when we arrive to Senegal, we'll collect our bags and head over to the hotel. We will check in by 3 p.m. and then the night is yours to rest from your long journey. On day two, we'll do the Dakar city tour, where after breakfast, we'll start the day with our tour. We'll visit cultural monuments and spaces of religious importance, such as the Black Civilization Museum, the African Renaissance Museum, Monument, and others. We'll also visit some local markets that day as well. And then on the night of day two, we will have our welcome dinner. On day two, the meals that are included are breakfast, lunch, and dinner. On day three, we'll visit Gorée Island, where after breakfast, we'll visit Gorée Island. It'll take a short ferry ride to the island, and then there we will visit the House of Slaves and the infamous Door of No Return, which was the last link of the slaves with the motherland of Africa. That day, only breakfast is included. On day four, we will do a game drive and transfer to Sally. So we will visit the Bandia Wildlife Reserve. We'll see animals such as buffaloes, impalas, gazelles, and other wildlife animals there. And then that night we will transfer, or later that day, we'll transfer to Sally. And on that day, breakfast and dinner are included. On day five, we'll have a beach day, or if you choose that you want to do the optional excursion to the Fatala Lion Reserve, you can choose to do so. But this day is a day for you to enjoy. So it's one of the free days where you can go to the beach or take part in an optional excursion. And then we'll return to the city that evening. On day six, we'll return to Dakar. So we'll leave Sally and return to Dakar. And the meal that's included on day five and six are breakfast, daily breakfast. On day seven, you'll have another free day where you'll have your last day in Senegal, where you can enjoy some more free time in the city or make any last minute purchases, do some last minute shopping. And the meals included are breakfast and dinner. On day eight, we'll depart. So this will be our last day in Senegal. We'll check out of our hotel and we'll have some time to relax at the hotel before we're transferred to the airport for check-in. And breakfast is included. So, like we mentioned, some things that are included is the 8-day hotel accommodations, your airport transfers in for all of your tours on an air-conditioned vehicle, daily breakfast, two lunches, and three dinners, the visit to Gorée Island, the city tour of Dakar, the visit to the Bandia Reserve, the visit to the Museum of Black Civilizations, and the African Renaissance Monument. You'll get daily water, and all of our tours do include a English speaking guide. Some of the things that are not included includes any of the meals that we did not mention, any alcoholic beverages if you choose to take part, any personal experiences that you choose for any purchases you may make over in Senegal for souvenirs and things like that, any required COVID testing or immunization costs, any visa fees, traveler's insurance, which we highly recommend, any gratuity for cab drivers, waiters, or waitresses. Costs for additional excursions, such as the Fatala Lion Reserve, are not included, and international and domestic flights to and from your home country. So we say that because we have people all over the globe that join us in our destinations, and they'll meet us there. So if you're flying from the States or from Europe, other places in Africa, if you are flying from anywhere outside of Senegal, those flights are not included. But any of the transportation on any of the tours, for example, when we leave Dakar and go to Sally, that transportation is included, but any of your flights to and from your home country are not included. We do have the optional excursion, which will provide you with the cost of the optional excursion as we get closer to the trip. But that is the Fatala National Reserve, where you will be able to walk with lions at sunrise, connect with them, and you'll also be able to feed and hold the baby lions, which again is such a very sweet experience. So, when you're booking your flight, the arrival and departure airports will be the airport code DSS. So, that is the airport code that you'll be looking for when you're flying into Dakar. And you need to arrive by March 31st of 2027, and then you would leave on the last day of our tour, which is April 7th. Okay. If you would like to get any connecting flights rather than a straight flight, I'm not sure if they offer any straight flights, but if you need a connecting flight because of the length of the trip, please just make sure that you're arriving before 3 p.m. on March 31st so that we can arrange for your airport transfers. Entry requirements for Senegal include a U.S. passport valid for 6 months past your return date and one blank visa page. You also need the yellow fever vaccination that has to be taken at least 10 days before arrival for U.S. passport holders. If you're originating or transitioning through a WHO designated yellow fever country, regardless of citizenship, you may be required to have that vaccine. And then a meningitis vaccination is highly recommended if the traveler is arriving from or has recently traveled to an endemic area. Before any trip, please consult with your physician and be familiar with the entry requirements located on the U.S. Department of State's website. You can click on entry and exit and visa requirements, as well as help for additional information. Our pricing for this trip is land only, no airfare is included. And for double occupancy, it is 44.50 per person USD. And for single occupancy, it's 51.50 USD per person. The deposit amount and final payment due is based on the payment plan that you select at checkout. And we'll take a look at the booking page as soon as we're finished with our presentation. We have a very special part of Black Travelers International called our membership. And it makes it special because you get a lot of great perks. So, one of the perks that you get with Black Travelers International's membership is you get a $200 off any one trip per calendar year. It does apply to future trip reservations like this one, but cannot be applied to any past bookings. So, if you get off of this call and you are so interested and ready to book your trip to Senegal, you have to become a member first, and then you'll get a promo code from Black Travelers that you can use to book your trip. The membership also includes exclusive chats with members and quarterly Q&A sessions. We actually just had one, which was so fun. And we'll give different tips and travel tips and different insights such as flying, preparing for long flights, solo travel, planning, any insights. We'll also offer a private online community with exclusive content for just our members. They get a surprise travel box or a welcome kit if they are new to our membership. You also are eligible for referral credits. And so, how our referral works is that you can share Black Travelers International with anyone that you want, friends, family, coworkers. You can share Black Travelers with anyone. And once they have successfully completed their booking, meaning that they have paid all of their booking, all of the payment, then you will get a $100 credit that you can use for a future trip of your own. We offer members only promos with add-ons and options. So within our membership, because if you're a member, you also get access to any exclusive add-ons that we may have for specific trips. So that this is exclusive to our members. You also get spotlight features for members in our community newsletter, social media, or travel blogs. So how it works, like I mentioned, is become a member on our website, blacktravelers.int.com. Choose your destination after you become a member. And once you become a member, you'll get a promo code and you'll use that to book your destination. And that will take off $200 off. And then gear up because your adventure begins. Pricing is $149 for the year. All of our booking is very simple, can be found and completed directly on our website. Monthly payments are deducted automatically through the credit card that you have on file. All of our participants are encouraged to purchase cancel for any reason travel insurance to protect your investment. We do understand that life happens and our trips are non-refundable and non-transferable. So we do recommend getting the cancel for any reason travel insurance. Please make sure that you research the different travel insurance vendors because they all, two policies are not created equal. So we do recommend taking a look at all of the policies that we have that the vendors offer to see what will work best for you and those traveling with you. Please also keep in mind that this insurance does have to be purchased within just a few days of you booking your trip and making that first deposit. Like I mentioned, payments are deducted automatically depending on the method of payment indicated in your account. Now, you do have the option to change your card in the case that your card expires or anything like that or gets lost before you finish paying for the trip. You'll get access to a booking portal after you pay your deposit. You're able to make partial payments at any time before the final payment is due. You also have the option to pay the trip in full. Please make sure that you read our disclosures very carefully. Great information in there. And then if you are interested in, for example, the Fatala, Lion Reserve, those add-ons can be added anytime after you book the trip. If you decide at a later date that you want to partake in that excursion, but it has to be paid off before the final payment due date. And itineraries are delivered 30 to 60 days before the trip departs. Email is our main communication channel. That's where we'll send any official updates, confirmations, trip details, as well as packing guidances, optional excursions that we may add, Zoom call details, payment deadlines, etc. Those are going to be delivered directly to your inbox. So please make sure that you whitelist our email address to make sure that we're not going into your spam folder because you are responsible for staying up to date with your email. Let's talk FAQs. So first up is, do I need a visa to visit Senegal? No. All U.S. passport holders are not required to have a visa for Senegal. Do you need any immunizations? Yes, you do need yellow fever. It may be required if you're coming from certain countries. Malaria protection is and meningitis is recommended, but we also recommend consulting with your healthcare provider for meningitis and malaria prevention. Is the water safe to drink? We do recommend that all travelers consume only bottled water when traveling. Is Senegal considered safe for travelers? During the duration of the trip, you'll have an assigned guide, a driver, as well as a Black travelers host on site to make your experience as seamless and safe as possible. Who can travel with BTI? Anyone who is able and ready to travel. We welcome singles, men, and women to our group. What is our arrival airport? So when you're searching on your airline of choice, you will put in the airport code DSS. Will we experience local music, art, fashion? Yes. There will be plenty of opportunities to immerse yourself in the culture, history, and fashion. We will visit local markets, museums, and historic sites. Are the rooms double occupancy or can I request a private room? You are able to book a double occupancy or a single occupancy room. What should we wear in Senegal? Modest dress for certain areas, lightweight fabrics, head wraps are optional, and cultural respect, no matter where you go. Is French required? Great question. We will have English speaking guides to accompany us on the trip in the case of any language barriers. What currency is used and should we bring cash? The West African CFA franc is the local currency. We will exchange currency while in Senegal at the airport or any other ATM. You're also able to pay for items with credit cards using Visa or MasterCard. Please keep in mind, Amex and Discover are not widely used globally. Again, our upcoming date for this trip is March 31st to April 7th of 2027. Do we have any questions? And while we wait for questions, I am going to share my screen one more time because I'm going to pull up our booking page. So here is our Black Travelers International website page. So our website is blacktravelersint.com. And once you come to our website, you'll see access to our city series where we are visiting cities all across the country, our membership that we just spoke of, upcoming webinars, photos of past trips, reviews, how to contact us, and so much more. You'll also see the link to our group trips where you can select, you can go to by region or by year. So this trip is in 2027. And so once you get to this page, you're going to scroll down where you'll see our highlights that we just mentioned. You'll also see more trip details such as payment plan options that are available, roommate matching, pricing, and arrival and departure airports. You'll see some past photos from our past trips to Senegal. You'll also see entry requirements for Senegal, as well as our terms and conditions and travel insurance recommendation, as well as payment plan and roommate matching. We also have some FAQs that are listed there as well. And then once you get to the bottom of the page, you'll see this blue button here where it'll pull up a different page where you can see our booking and how to book. Super simple. You will choose double or single occupancy. If you have a roommate, you'll list your roommate's name here. If you don't have a roommate and you would like to be matched, we do recommend taking a look at our Facebook community and just posting in there, getting a gauge of anyone that may be interested in booking a trip to Senegal or anyone that is a solo traveler that may be looking for a roommate. We'll also keep you up to date for any people that have also booked a solo room but would like a roommate. And so that's how our roommate matching would work. And we'll help to see if you guys are compatible and we'll get you guys matched that way. If we don't have anyone that has booked that's looking for a roommate, then you will have to upgrade to a single occupancy supplement. But for the sake of this presentation, I'm going to click double I have a roommate. It's going to populate the cost of the $4,450. And then you'll see the payments that are left. Because this trip is in March, the last payment is due 60 days before the trip. Sorry, 90 days before the trip. So the last payment is due in December. And so here you'll see that you have the option of 1 payment, 3 payments, or 5 payments, or you can pay in full. Please keep in mind that when you choose a payment plan, whether it's 1, 3, or 5, that you would owe a deposit, which is that first payment, and then you'll have 5 payments after that. If you choose 3 payments, you'll have your deposit, and then for the next 3 months, you will owe that amount. Same thing for 1 payment. If you only want 1 payment, you'll owe the deposit amount of $445 and then 1 payment of $4,005 in the following month. Okay. Once you have chosen your payment plan option, or if you choose to pay in full, you'll put in your checkout information here. Please make sure that all of your details are spelled correctly because this is how we'll get your email so that we can communicate with you. Then at the bottom, you'll see our terms and conditions and travel waiver. And then please keep in mind that all of our payments are non-refundable and non-transferable. Once you put in your credit card information, then you are booked and ready to go. And we will be so excited to see you in Senegal. We would love for you to follow and like us on social media. On Facebook, you can find us at Black Travelers International. If you're not a member of our private community, we do recommend joining our private community on Facebook. That's Black Travelers International Dash Travel. On Instagram, you can find us on at Black Travelers INT. On our website, it's blacktravelers.int.com. If you think of any questions after this presentation, feel free to give us a call or send us an email. You can email us at info@blacktravelers.int.com, or you can give us a call at 1-888-279-9731. Thank you so much for joining our info session. We look forward to traveling with you guys in Senegal, and we hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much. Bye bye.